And here we go.
Yeah, let's do with it.
All right. It's welcome to the podcast.
Yep.
It's one Michelle.
Or two Michelles.
Two Michelles.
That's okay.
Wow, what a start.
Well, I meant to tell you, Michelle, that corporate has called.
They're like, get rid of the Dunaway.
No, get rid of the McCormick.
Dunaway with the Dunaway.
Two Michelles.
One question.
Podcast.
And a familiar voice behind the microphone, Robb Westaby.
Hi, Rob.
Hello.
Hi. Long-time broadcaster, 50 plus years in the biz.
I will tell you, Rob, you may not remember this. We're in Grand Rapids, and one of the first people that I met in radio was you.
I don't remember that. I mean, at the time, you don't know that this is momentous.
Yeah.
This is the first time we're going to meet and we're going to know each other for 30 plus years.
Because I was 19 and started at WGRD, and then you were over, I forget.
I spent 19 years at the Wood stations that became, it was Wood AM, FM, then it became B93 joined in, and then Clear Channel came in, and we went across the kitty corner from this studio, which I want to say, I don't get to walk around downtown very often anymore, but I can tell you, hey, the sidewalks are still crumbling.
Yeah.
The same way they were when I stopped doing it in 2008.
We used to shoot bottle rockets because I was in the building with him to this building.
Shocker.
And we'd shoot like bottle rockets.
that doesn't surprise me in the least.
Yeah.
But and then Rob, jumped from radio to television and worked with me at Fox 17. How long were you at Fox 17?
18 years.
18 years. Woo, what a career.
Really, really it has been. I mean, and how did you come to decide, it's time to retire? How did that happen?
Oh, well, okay. There are contractual limitations that I have as to what I can say. And how to say it.
Ooh, this sounds
I can just
rich.
tell you that it was time.
Corporate fun.
In fact, I moved it up by 6 months.
You did?
Oh, yeah. Because this I can say. Last time I signed a contract, signed a renewal, you don't even read the darn thing. Well, that was a mistake. Because there's a whole bunch of stuff in there I didn't know was there. And so I as soon as I signed it, I had the thought, this is the last time I'm doing this.
Oh,
so
you knew.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, the industry's changed so much.
You've seen
it all.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. The first radio station I worked at was all records where you played nothing but records, and it was big bands. And we progressed. Yeah. And so the whole industry progressed to the point where now, even though you have a wall of CDs over there behind you here in the studio, nobody plays those. No, it's all digital.
I remember it's called, you could do a slip disc, you could do a slip cue, or you could cue up a record. Now, if you were really good, you did a slip cue. And what a slip cue is you start the record first and you drop the needle at when the song starts. That's a slip cue. That's it for a talented DJ.
Yeah.
Or you cue it up, woo, woo, woo. And sometimes if you didn't cue it up right, it would go, woo, hey.
Yeah, we had to make sure it was about a quarter turn back. And there are some record makers who were so bad that it only took a few times to do that to actually scratch the record at the very beginning. So you started up and the first few beats of a song would go.
We walked to school and we liked it.
Right? And you loved it because that was all you could get.
Right. My gosh.
And then after that, though, you wore many hats at Fox 17. I mean, you left as an MMJ. Multimedia journalist.
And that's where
fancy name of a one-man band is what we call it. Right?
Yeah, I'm waiting for the movies and TV to catch up with us because, on movies and TV, the reporter always has a photographer and sometimes even a sound guy.
Yeah.
And the networks do that.
Sure.
But now it's everything. We do everything.
I mean, one of my dearest friends, her husband was a cameraman for CBS in New York for years and years. And he, I worry. First of all, he ruined his back. I mean, his back, he's in so much pain. I mean, he's 60 something now, but his back is killing. He gave his whole life to this. In fact, when Saddam Hussein was captured, he was there.
Wow.
Mass grave was his on 60 Minutes. That was all John's. It was all his. And now, like, it's your cell phone. Like now they're rarely
Well, at that level, there's to have all the, I have a friend who works for NBC News and is on.
They still have all the stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Several people, all the gear when they're traveling internationally. I mean, they have a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But Yes. Our local news is often shot on a cell phone.
About 50% of the video that I took, whether it was like, there were stories I did all on cell phone. The whole thing was on the cell phone.
And kudos to you also, though, for being able to make that jump and to bridge. I mean, I'm sorry. And editing, I know. Hey, listen, and you've been
that was a
for
nightmare.
1 week.
I hear you.
I know. And during your retirement speech, you thanked everybody for helping you, because that is not easy to do. When you were like spinning records, old school analog, and to go to nonlinear editing with a cell phone and all of these other things that you have to worry about, that's a jump.
Well, not only that, but people-wise, there was a long time that I had to get used to relying on other people. Here, sitting in a radio studio, I was used to just being on the microphone, and I was by myself.
Right.
I don't know, Michelle, like you're never by yourself. You always bring in somebody to
I dragged some poor soul to be a foil.
But even then,
beat up on somebody.
Even then, it'd be two people just doing it. You do, and you punch all the buttons and everything. I go into television, and you have 7 or 8 people that you rely on to do their particular part of the job. It's like the supply chain is unbelievable.
Question though, do you guys, how much input, if you go out and do a story, you're doing a story on, what story would you do on something local? You're doing a story and you go out to do the story and you come back and you hand it off to other people.
No, not anymore.
No, but when you did you have say into, hey, I want you to edit this out here because it's your story? Or did the editors go, no, we don't like this, we're going to do this? How much say do you have in your story back when you first started?
I think,
I always wonder that.
Yeah, it really depends. What I did was I was very meticulous about my script. And so everything that was supposed to happen in that story, visually and audio and everything, I put in the script. And then the photographer, my experience was the photographer would be brilliant at matching the video to what was being said in the audio. So I had nothing but great experiences. I didn't have anybody taking anything away from me.
Well, I'll say
in a lot of my packages. Now, in the more recent days, that's changed a bit, but
you still have like a final say. You wrote your script like that?
I will say a good photographer, reporter team work together on all of that. And you talk about it and you go into it with a plan. And obviously it doesn't always go as planned, but then you talk about what you got, what you need to do. And when you talk it out, then you formulate the story together. And you know what video this guy, your photographer be like, I got this shot. You need to get right to that, right? So right to your video.
It's both creative and disciplined, and I am not. The discipline part for me isn't good.
But it also is immediate. So the other thing is you got to get it done. So sometimes you're just going to put poop on the tape and send it in.
So because they want to know the poop about what's going on. I mean, truth.
Oh. Yeah.
Truth.
But I do have a question. I did actually come up with
a question. That's right.
We are
Michelle's
one
question.
Yeah.
Let me get my chair. Hold on. Let me get comfy.
This has to do with your other job at Fox 17. Why can't people learn to zipper merge? Because you did the traffic.
Oh,
and Rob, this was a point of contention.
Isn't that a great question?
For Rob, what the heck is wrong with people? Why can't we zipper merge?
May I, before you even answer this, Rob, there was a zipper merge on 96 headed east not that long ago.
It's back.
And it's back. Okay, well, I was going to zipper merge, and instead a trucker who wanted to be the boss of everybody whipped out in the lane, and I wasn't speeding next. I was just going to zipper merge because it says, please don't merge until this sign.
They have signs.
But they don't.
Use both lanes.
Yeah, they don't like it. So the trucker he almost took me out. And I'm like, first of all, that's a huge weapon that you're driving. And second of all, I don't flip off in vehicles because I'm always afraid. But oh boy, he did. He flipped me off.
I do flip off.
And I'm like, I can't. You're a flipper.
I am a flipper off.
He's a flipper off.
God damn it.
So, or that one guy who swings out and is the boss of everybody. You can't come by me. Oh, I would. Who made you?
Right?
When
Not
I
only
in
that,
fact am in charge.
Thank you.
It's technically illegal. You can get a ticket for it.
Okay.
It's just that sometimes law enforcement is there, but most of the time they're not.
Right,
I'm always amazed. I'll be the only guy on the road in the morning on the way to my workout.
Yep.
And I will sit there forever at a red light because it's red.
Yes. Oh, I know. Right? I do that too.
And that's just an amazing sense of societal cooperation.
It depends on what time of day is it.
No, I can tell
it like 3 a.m. going to work?
Okay,
yeah, I don't know. Sometimes
I never ran a light until recently. I'm just, the older I get, at 4 a.m. Now, I asked the chief of police about it, and he said, because he came from Chicago.
I'm like, he's not the chief anymore, so you don't have your get out of jail free card anymore.
But he did say in Chicago, they allow that in the middle of the night because of the threat of violence.
Yeah.
And that is how bad it is. So he said, so we allow it. And I go, you can't allow it there, not here. And he'd go, all right, well, free. But now he's gone. So this is what I'm saying. Now, maybe I have to abide. I'm not sure.
But you know what? Just play dumb, right? The chief of police said it was okay.
in Chicago. But he
was our chief, and he gave you permission.
But you can control your own behavior. You are correct, Rob. I, however, am not great at it, but one can do this. They control their own behavior, right?
Yep.
I mean, but is there an answer to this question? Probably not.
I think there is.
Okay.
I think there's an answer.
All right.
And it's justice, fairness. Everyone on the road has this sense of justice and fairness. And people who see people taking advantage of, it's taking advantage of the zipper merge rule, think it's not fair. And that's why those truckers do what they do. Those
I'm already
blockers.
Over here in the right lane. Why are you now passing me in the left lane?
That's right. I'm here. I'm behaving.
I got over.
You're not behaving.
Yeah.
It's the same sense that you get when you're doing 75 and slowly passing a semi, and somebody comes up on your rear and hardly slows down until they get right on your bumper.
Yeah,
your sense of fairness is that's something I do not do.
No,
however,
I
I can be really slow about getting back over into the right lane once I'm clear of the semi.
I always thought,
and boy, they just take off.
I always thought we got along. I always liked you.
Well, that's because we saw each other in short spurts.
Most people in my life say that, Robbie. Most people say that, Rob. It is true. I would be the one going, it's in the left lane. Why are you not getting over? Why? But legally,
but I do follow that. Like when I get over to pass and I get back over if I can.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm usually going plenty over the speed limit.
But legally, you are supposed to remain 3 car lengths or whatever behind or 2 and not be up on his donkey. And legally, he has the right to pass at his own rate if he is passing. But if you're not passing in the left lane, what do you think about those humans?
If they're not,
if they're in the left lane but not passing, like
blocking your way.
They're just going. Yeah, they're just driving 55 in the left lane.
Well, 55 in the left lane is wrong. I mean, your speed. You should be doing the speed limit at least in the left.
Or 70 in the left lane.
You need to be doing at least 10 over in the left lane.
I'm a 5 over guy.
Are you?
Yeah. That way, I never get a ticket.
Oh,
anybody in this room has done a ride along with MSP or anybody?
See, I have done plenty of ride alongs.
Have you?
Told me 10 over is safe.
Yeah.
10 over. Don't go any more than 10 over.
And you know what? The trooper was pretty much the same. We sat there on 196 at Fuller, and he didn't pull anybody over until they were doing 82.
Yeah.
See, I feel like the bad kid in this group right now. The one who's sitting in the corner with the gun. I mean, and the tickets. I did not get tickets. I mean, I get pulled over a lot because I have this little car that I like.
And a lead foot.
Oh, blame it on the car. Sure.
That car goes
and a lead foot.
I don't even know that it's going that fast, Rob. That car,
it just runs so smoothly.
It's passive aggressive.
I do believe that. I have had to drive a lot of different vehicles in my career, and I know if you're in an SUV, it is very easy to go
going
fast.
90. I'm like,
and then all of a sudden, whoa, what am I doing?
I've done that.
90, you're precious. No, because I'm telling you, when I got pulled over, I didn't even realize I just had this. It was a car that I got, and it was an Audi. It was a fast little car, and I got it used. It was all this, and I was going very fast, and the cop pulled me over, and he said I was on 75 North, and he said, you were going 123, and he pulled me over, and then he said, do you know that this color is really rare? And I said, because this is Michelle.
The color of your car?
Yep. And you know what I said? I go, do you want to see what's under the hood? I go, this car's got like the data. He goes, yeah, let me check it out. I go, dude, you want it? Like, we play, and he let me go.
Shut
okay.
your mouth.
Now, the last time, this next car that I got is even faster, which I don't know why. It's the car's fault, like you said. And I got pulled over recently.
It has nothing to do with the person who bought the car.
No.
For that reason. But, okay.
I got in it and the guy put it on sport mode and he goes, look what this can do. And I went, turn around, let's go back. I'm buying this car. And it's used. I always buy this car. And I got pulled over and he said, he reamed. I mean, sometimes they're not very kind roadside. And when you're going that fast, because you're putting other people in danger, you don't think like that. And it was on 75. Well, usually they write you for, okay, look, you were going this much and I was going over 90. And he said, usually they write you for 10 over. This guy did not. So I,
what he read it for?
Received exactly what I was going. And so I received a lovely letter.
How many points is
from
that?
The state? It's 4 points.
Okay. So I just got a speeding ticket. My first ever speeding ticket.
Rob is looking at us like, I am with you.
How did you make it that long?
Right.
Because I worked in television.
You know how long it took me?
You got out of it.
I didn't I got pulled over. I didn't get a ticket. I actually got a ticket, and it was up north, right? To add insult to injury in my old stomping ground, Charlevoix County, state police trooper. I was going 72 and a 55. Okay. He told me, and I was like, I admitted, I was like, I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention. I was just on a mission to get home, blah, 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 blah. He comes back and he's like, well, I wrote it for only 10 over. Da, 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 da. I'm like, he's like, just, drive slower, this, that. He wrote it for 15 over.
Oh, so you didn't? No, are you sure?
Yes. Wait, it came back and it was like 15. My ticket was for 15 over, and it's like I got a point on my license
because it will still say what you were really going on your ticket, but what he gave you. So he may have told your insurance 10 over, because I think you might have gotten 2 points for 15.
It said I got 1 point.
Okay, then maybe he did only write it for 10 over, but the ticket still says legitimately what they clocked you at, which I don't understand. Does the state turn its head? I don't understand that.
Well, and then I asked my insurance agent, and he's like, well, if they notice it, he's like, you have like 2 years. He's like,
it comes off.
But he said if they notice. So I was like, well, maybe they won't notice. Yeah, but do the police tell your insurance company?
No, they just check. They just do random checks.
Okay.
And so just pray that they don't.
And,
Have you ever been pulled over though, Rob?
Oh, you know how long it took for me to get a ticket after I got my license at age 16?
How long?
I think it was like 2 weeks, maybe 3. I'm serious. I became a driver in Los Angeles. That's where I grew up in Southern California. Right? And the police don't take anything. They don't let you do anything. I got a ticket once for making a left turn, and the police officer said, you made the oncoming car put on his brakes.
Oh,
and I got a ticket for that.
You pulled in front of him?
Yeah. So apparently in California at that time, I've got to say,
probably not anymore.
Probably not anymore. They're probably just looking around going, I just got to get lifted this shift.
Right. Truth. Right.
So, I've had, it's almost like I've gone through my ticket cycle. I've gotten tickets. I got a ticket once. We were driving from Peoria back to Juanita's hometown, Fort Wayne. Yeah. So we were on 2-lane blacktop, and on those roads through Illinois and Indiana, you get up to the speed limit of 55 in a 2-lane blacktop, and you only can drive that way for 5 minutes before you have to slow down in a town.
Yeah.
And I forgot to do that in a town.
Yeah.
And I got nailed.
Yeah.
So, you think of it. Fortunately, knock on wood, I haven't been given a ticket in Michigan.
Okay. Well, now that you're retired, don't be starting to speed out around.
You're not in any hurry to go anywhere. Right.
I'll blame it on the car. I'll blame it on the weather. I'll blame it on anybody else.
So what will you be doing in your retirement? We're almost done already.
I know. We need to talk about
I hope I answered the question.
You did answer the question.
You actually answered it really
You actually picked a great topic, because people do not stop talking about their experience
zippering
in cars. In
fact, like live in our car.
In fact, that commercial, the commercial where you're pretending you're becoming your parents.
Yeah. Yes.
The zipper was just in the latest commercial. And he goes, you got a zipper. And he goes, knock off with the zipper. I
want to see that. I haven't seen it yet.
It even made that commercial. So in your retirement, Rob, what are you doing? Are you just chilling? Are you traveling? Is Juanita retired?
No, Juanita is still working. She's a nurse. And in fact, she works tonight. And so we're in discussions as to what we want to do. We are talking to a travel agent,
Yay.
but we don't know what yet. You get some sticker shock when you get some of those things that we want to do.
Yep.
Most likely I'll probably end up doing something that gets me a small stipend.
Sure. Okay.
But I don't know exactly what yet. What is available? Blah 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 blah. It's only the first week,
right?
I've been right now. It's learning that I really am retired, that I don't have to go back to work. Is it
weird?
It is weird.
Is it weird?
It is weird.
So you wake up in the morning and go, first week they say is odd.
It is odd. Just the way my final week was odd. Everything that happened to me that week was a surprise, total surprise. But oh my gosh, what a great send off.
Yeah, it was really great.
What a great send off.
It was really great. I saw the post. It was just you were
fantastic. And then the final party was
fun. Everybody showed up for Robb Westaby because, as I said, no one can say a bad thing about you.
That's because I've had exactly the opposite experience. There was a time I threw a party and one guy came.
Oh,
so that made up for it.
What?
Yeah, it's just,
what was that? That's a whole nother podcast.
Because you drove too slow and got there late. Is that why? Or did you?
Yep.
Robb Westaby, thank you, and sir. As one of the first people that I ever met when I started doing radio here, I have the utmost respect for you. You were always, the kind people you remember. You remember how somebody always made you feel. You were always kind and always took the time to chat. And we always had great discussions, which you apparently don't remember. We had great discussions. And I really had utmost respect. Congratulations. And please go live, go have fun. It's your time.
Oh, he's going to do some yard work though.
Yeah.
That's right. Got to get that yard going.
All right. Rob, thank you for joining the podcast.
Guillaume Robert.
Thank you, Michelle.
Zipper.
Who's Michelle Prime and who's Michelle 2?
Well, I'm Michelle Andre. That's what you call me, right?
Oui.
Guillaume Robert, Michel Andre.
Je m'appelle Michelle Dos.
Yeah.
Dos. Spanish with French,
You just jumped over the Pyrenees.
I did. Don't you like a smart person?
He's so smart.
If you said Pyrenees, I would say, is that a dog?
It is a dog.
All right. Thanks, Rob. By the way, love us, like us, give us an idea for a question. Subscribe to the pod. And
we're on a roll, girl. We're on a roll. Let's go.